I probably could eat smothered turkey wings or pot roast any other time too.
Mm-hmm. I like soul food.
Yes, give me something savory.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Some gravy.
Any kind of gravy.
A little
Love
biscuit,
gravy.
a little roll to stop it up, maybe some cornbread. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's what I was looking forward to on Mother's Day. And she's talking about some chicken tacos. Please be serious.
Didn't you just have tacos the other day?
I did.
Oh,
She
she
didn't
didn't
eat
eat.
with me.
So you should have took her some and she would have got her chicken taco fix.
She would have been ungrateful because I didn't do it the way that she likes them done. So she wouldn't
Mm-hmm.
have been
It
appreciative.
ain't the same. You
I
gotta do it
never
her
tell
way.
her that I fixed them. She'll be all right.
Well, either way, y'all will be having a nice little family dinner for Mother's Day.
Period.
Yes, and it's all that matters. Meanwhile, I got to spend my whole Mother's Day weekend traveling for basketball because it just don't stop. I'm not saying that I'm not grateful for it, but I'm like, y'all couldn't not play for Mother's Day.
I
Like,
know, damn. Get the moms a break.
let's just have a day.
It would be nice.
Yeah.
But duty calls.
But though, for real, it's like if well, I'm gonna go, of course, but if I'm gonna go, I'm gonna buy me something good to eat while I'm down
Oh,
there.
yeah.
Yeah.
And anything, anywhere has anything. Well, going anywhere but here, you will find an option.
Exactly.
We just suck.
We do. We finally getting a Chipotle and a Popeyes.
And I don't care
30
for. I don't
years
really care
later.
for Popeyes.
I like it.
Yeah, I don't really care for Popeyes, and I do Chipotle maybe like once every 2 months or so.
We cobble down.
Yes,
Yeah, never.
and
We
it's
had
been
a
a while.
cobble. It has been a while. We need a cobble date real bad.
Expeditiously.
Yeah, especially now the sun is out. We can
Sit
sit
outside.
outside. Yes. Hmm. And people watch a little bit. I
Yeah.
like to go to the one at the Friendly Center in Greensboro so we can sit out in the little shopping center and people watch.
And even if I'm not people watching, I am ear hustling. I am definitely listening to what you're talking about.
Same.
Yeah, because what?
Hmm.
White people tea be different.
Yes.
It'll be different. I enjoy
Ain't
it.
no telling what you might overhear.
They ain't got no decorum, so they
Cause
gonna say it on their phone.
I was sitting in my baby girl's dance recital last night and I got an earful up in there before the recital started. And I was like, oh, see?
Susan had to fill a girl in.
Honey, I love the white people trauma.
Me too.
Yeah,
It's different. It's very
it
different.
is.
And they very vocal. Like the shit that black people be sweeping under the rug, white people just say it in front of everybody. They
Yes.
don't
It's
give a
like,
fuck.
and I guess really it ain't no need to be ashamed because everybody, all of
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
You know how many times I didn't, like, growing up, my I done found out that my friends' parents is now dating and now they married, but so we go to school together, but now they step siblings and they walked before, and so I gotta get the tea on what
I
happened.
definitely experienced that with a
Yeah,
girl that I graduated with. Her daddy was actually a doctor in the area.
same, same. Look,
So
look,
that
they
was
might be siblings.
maybe sad.
They might be
That was
siblings.
interesting. It was an
Yeah,
interesting transition because me, when white people say they got cousins, I don't believe them. I don't believe them. I never, you know,
their cousins are not like our cousins. Their cousins are the people they see like once a year at a
like
family
what?
reunion or something.
It's not your black cousin.
No, like we call our cousins. We hang with our cousins.
Yeah,
Yeah.
be having like brother sister relationships with your
Right.
cousins.
Even my
Right.
cousins that don't live in town, like never have lived here, but I talk to them on a regular.
Yeah.
Yes. Like we catch up you know, every couple weeks. They're my babies.
Yeah. I have cousins, and I have only a few that I like.
I know.
It is what it is. Shit.
But I do feel like white people and black people just treat all familial functions different. Like even growing up, I had classmates whose parents went through divorce, and it was literally the end of, like, they felt like it was the end of their world for them. And me and my black classmates, we like, child, divorce. What is it?
Never knew my parents could be together.
Like, but no, my parents never could be together for real. So y'all gonna be just fine.
Well, you can, for me, anybody who will willingly admit that they get in the shower and don't wash their legs, it's kind of like,
Yeah.
I feel like you look at everything different.
Yeah.
Because why is you not bathing properly?
It's the green bean casserole for me.
Oh, yeah. Keep that.
Okay. So let's introduce the episode.
You know how we do.
Yeah.
Chitty, chat.
Yes, y'all. It's episode 16.
It's 16.
Every time we record, we in a different location.
No, we do be moving around.
Gonna keep surprising y'all. Like, where they gonna be at next?
Mm-hmm.
Next thing you know, we're gonna be recording at Tyler Perry Studios.
Oh, period. Speak that, sister. I'll take that. Give us a room, Tyler.
And when you do, don't go back and look at them early episodes.
Yeah, don't. I advocated for you. I advocated for him. We're going to go back and cut that out if you give us a studio space.
Period.
Yeah.
Yes.
And move us out to Atlanta.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Get us a little BET special.
Damn right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That made me think of Jenny.
Jenny?
Damn right. The song.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm thinking about a TV show. Like, who got a TV special named Jenny?
No, you know the lyrics. They just come.
Speaking of Jenny, she ate at the Met Gala, I thought.
I can't remember Jenny's outfit, but I do feel like a lot of them missed the mark.
We're getting ready to get into the mid, but let's properly introduce the 16th episode, y'all. Mm-hmm. This episode 16. It's your girl Shans and my bestie,
Big Jizzle.
Period. We are here to entertain y'all with another episode. Oh, I ran into like 3 people in the last week that said something about the podcast and just was like, y'all are so funny together, like, and y'all be knowing what y'all talking about. Period.
Stay tuned in.
Yeah. I love that for us.
This episode is a little bit calmer because we're sober 16.
We're sober today on this episode.
And it's Friday. We're recording during the day. It's a lot of things doing in a different space. Not necessarily completely different, but like we don't always be here. So.
I went back to some roots.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I do. This episode does feel different.
It do.
We started our recording in the daytime, but even when we did that, we were running late.
And it still went on over into the night.
Yes, but we were on time today. Mm-hmm. Yes. On time today.
I did my best.
No, but I'm proud of us. But I think this goes back into what we were talking about in the last episode where we were trying to move into a different mind state and to just create and build habits for ourselves that are better and healthier. Yes. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. Sometimes I be trying to backslide for real. I feel like, today's episode. It was like, no, I don't want to do too much too early. And I was like, you know what? You're right.
Yeah, you got shit to do when you get done. I got shit to do when I get done. The drink will be there.
And then I'm probably not even gonna want it.
Yeah.
By that time. So, yeah, man. Yeah.
So good, though.
I really like this.
Thank you. Shout out to my cousin Naki and Culture Clothing. Shop with my boy.
Yeah, I need to get me one of those. I really like the color.
Yeah, and I just hit him up and I was like, Naki, I sent him one that he already had like this. Mm-hmm. I'm like, bro, I want one, but I want it to be pink. Mm-hmm. Maybe like a week. He had it for me.
Oh, yeah. I need to hit him up and get me one.
Yes, sir. Support the brand. I
think Trey got some of his stuff. I'm pretty sure. Mm-hmm.
The crazy thing is, this might be my only thing. I got to do better. I think this might be my only thing from him. But I try to, venture out, get a little bit of everything.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Shout out to Martinsville for real.
Period. We got some underrated talent here.
We do. Before I get into our topics, though, since it is Mother's Day weekend, I just want to say your girl has mothered this week, and I'm tired. Like it's really been a week.
Yeah.
Yeah, like between honestly, it's been the last month has been a blur because Trey's flying back and forth like every weekend because AAU is in season, but he's still in Florida in school, and then he got exams next week, and then like we've been trying to figure out when we're gonna bring him home for the summer, and then Marley had a dance recital yesterday, and then she had an invention project that was due and like 15 book reports today. It's been a lot. It's been a lot. And then on top of that, you know, I still gotta work and do all the things. So it's your girl has been tired.
Shout out to the mothers that be mothering.
Shout out.
Make sure y'all do something to make yourself feel good this weekend. I think mom's taking a lot.
Yeah. I think women in general, but moms, yeah, for sure. But I just want to just give that little spiel that I think a lot of moms just make it look like everything is second nature, but sometimes we really do be struggling and it can hard.
Burn.
Yeah, burnout, be real. So all moms, just everybody for real, but specifically moms right now because it's Mother's Day weekend. Like rest. American culture tries to convince us that we're supposed to always be on the hustle and on the grind. And I'm gonna tell y'all that's rooted in capitalism, but that's for another day, another discussion. But make sure you rest because not because you got to do anything in particular to deserve rest, but just you as a human body and a physical entity, you deserve rest. Okay. So yeah.
Not only do you deserve it, you need it.
You do.
To properly function. You can't be doing shit exhausted.
No.
Your brain is fried.
Yeah, and life is really short. Like I've realized that more recently, more than ever, life is really, really short. And you just gotta take some time to take care of yourself because life will literally drag you until you have nothing left to give. If you let it. Yeah, if you let it for sure.
Not to digress, but praise up for Trey and his exams and things.
Thank you. All the kids in the SOLs.
Oh, yeah.
Stuff be so stressful and the babies. Yes.
I don't miss it.
Thank you. Yes, prayers to all y'all's babies. And especially ones that's graduating this year and helping them figure out, you know, what's next and the whole nine. Because once you get out of school, life hit hard real fast.
I'm telling you, and that bitch can fight.
Oh. Shoot, when it's a hundred niggas versus one gorilla.
Life is the gorilla.
Life is the gorilla.
Life is the gorilla. Get ready to tear everybody's ass up.
How many people on Earth, however many billion versus life? Life gonna win every time.
Every time.
Yes. All right, but enough seriousness, because I'm ready to get to some shits and giggles.
Okay.
Back to the Met Gala. Did you have favorites?
I did. I think I got a top 3.
Okay.
With an honorable mention.
Okay.
And in this order.
Oh, you got an order. You came prepared.
I did because I told you it was so many people that missed the mark. And before I give my top 3 and
you want to get into the people that missed the mark first?
Well, I was going to say that I feel like, I don't know if she wasn't invited or if she was and just didn't show up, but I feel like the theme was very on brand for Erykah Badu. And we spoke on her in last episode too.
Yeah.
About something totally different. But I feel like it was such her lane. I would have loved to see what she would have pulled out the bag for.
But she's been to the Met before, and why was she not there?
Yeah, I was curious. It was definitely like because I went on Tumblr, which I deleted all my social media, and Tumblr is kind of like my escape from being connected to anybody on the internet.
That's so crazy because we never discussed this, but I've been on Tumblr too.
Yeah, I've been busting Tumblr down, and I got to see a lot more stills of outfits and stuff, and then it made me think like, wow, these looks are very similar to Erykah Badu's personal style.
Yeah.
it would have been nice to see her execute that, especially with so many people missing the mark.
I can see that.
Now, if you want to, we can get into a little bit of people that we felt like missed the mark or that we had higher expectations for and they just didn't show up the way that they should have.
Okay.
Like Coleman Domingo. I personally love him. I personally was looking forward to seeing him really do his biggest one.
You didn't love his look?
I did not. And when he took the jacket like thing off that was covering the suit,
yeah,
I was underwhelmed.
I loved his suit.
I was underwhelmed, sister.
He was looking something. I think we all were looking for more avant-garde.
Maybe.
You can tell I'm a Project Runway junkie.
Okay.
But avant-garde is like super forward, innovative, out of the box, like type concepts, like maybe Tiana Taylor.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. It's more avant-garde.
Yeah, and then there was some that I just wanted to say, hey.
I don't know what theme Megan Thee Stallion was on, but it wasn't the one that was assigned.
Well, if we're going to get controversial, beautiful woman, but I wasn't a fan of Nicki Minaj's outfit.
Beautiful gowns, beautiful gowns, beautiful gowns.
No, it wasn't.
You always take it there.
It wasn't. It was. She had a beautiful face, and it overshadowed the outfit. I wasn't a fan of that. I don't know what it was. Maybe it was the big ass casket.
You know who I'm
spray
surprised
on her shoulder.
You know who I'm surprised wasn't there?
Who?
JT.
Oh wow! Wow, yeah.
Yeah.
I could see her being on some shit like, I don't like nothing y'all picking out for me, so I'm not gonna.
I'm not going.
I'm not gonna.
The Grinch. If I have nothing to wear, I simply won't go.
I heard a song today called "Nothing to Wear." It's a country song by, I think his name is Chris Lane. And when you get in the car, listen to it. I actually liked it, and
I sure will.
Yeah, I liked it.
I hated Lala's outfit.
I didn't even see her. Oh, I don't know. Mixed feelings.
So I don't know.
It's two different outfits.
It is, and not in a good way, in my opinion. Yeah.
Who was that?
Zendaya.
Okay, I liked her.
Me too. Do you feel like for me? It's different seeing her and Law both go to the Met and not together. Like this is the first time I think in her career.
I'm not as familiar. I don't be tapped in all the time.
Yeah.
Every once in a blue, I might see the theme and be like, okay, I'm interested. I want to see more. And then sometimes I'll see the theme and won't think twice about it. So I guess I'm not used to seeing them together anyway, is what I'm trying to say.
Speaking of Law, he about to be a judge on the new season of Project Runway and Heidi coming back. I know that don't mean nothing to you, but to me,
who the hell is Heidi?
Heidi Klum.
From The Hills.
No. Heidi Klum, the supermodel that was married to Seal back in the day. It was Seal. Yeah. Okay,
I don't know her.
Well, she older.
Okay.
She, like my mama's generation of model.
Period.
Yeah. But so he gonna be a judge on that, so I'm looking forward to that. I hated Hailey Bieber's outfit. Did you see it?
No. No, she was playing. She was playing.
Yeah. Was there anybody else that you just really, really
did not like?
Yeah.
I did not like. Well, I ain't gonna say that because it wasn't that I didn't like it. I just felt like it was executed poorly. With Damson
with the helmet and stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I get what you was trying to do, but poor execution, maybe.
Oh my God. I don't really want. I'm gonna not say what I'm gonna say what I want to say. Niggas outfit do kind of give me like Beetlejuice vibes or something, but like being fairy at the top. I'm a fairy.
Let me see. See, it's something about the pinstripes at the top and then the bottom is pinstripe too, in a sense, I guess.
Yeah.
But it's two different, like that pattern blend didn't flow for me. And Barb's, be cool, because I love Nicki Minaj, and I'll never stop rooting for her. But at the end of the day, that didn't do it for me. And that the casket spray on her shoulder again.
Yeah.
That is really,
it was like a casket spray.
it did something to me. I didn't like it.
Yeah.
But let's get away from the negativity. We can get into our top three.
Wait, did you like Doja's outfit? I mean, not Doja,
Doechii. Doechii is my honorable mention because initially I was like, I don't know. But then I seen it on Tumblr and I got to really look at it, and the details look good. I liked it.
I'm not done. I'm not trying to be negative. I just really gotta say I wasn't a fan of Keke Palmer's.
I didn't see her either. Okay.
I don't know. I like it, and it's like so many outfits that I see the vision for, but it was just something that was amiss. Like, this is just way too much fabric for me in the back. Like, if it was like a tailored cut, something, I don't know.
Yes, I get what you're
like
saying.
a tailored cut jacket right here, and
give some more of that black.
with the pant showing. I wanted to love Savannah James' dress. I really, really wanted to love it, but this it's like the stitching or something looked rushed. And but the vision of the dress was like, oh yeah, she ain't it. But just I think the execution was a little off for me. Yeah. Okay, your favorites?
My favorites. Number 1, Diana Ross.
Okay.
Number 2, Lewis Hamilton.
Okay.
And number 3 was Kim K.
Okay. Yeah. And then Doechii was your honorable mention?
Yeah, she was my honorable mention.
Okay, my number 1 was Jodie Turner-Smith.
I remember her burgundy.
What are some people's names? I'm gonna have to look them up. Child.
Are they like a couple?
It's a group, I think.
Oh.
But I don't know their name. They're Latin. But sorry y'all. It's gonna bother me if I don't find it. Okay, hold on. What's these folks' names? Maluma. That's one of them. Let me find a picture of them together. Cause they ate that. Why do y'all always want me to subscribe to something or like I just want to see the picture, that's all. There they go. I thought they really ate that and coordinated so well together.
They did coordinate very well.
And then my other was Tessa Thompson.
Oh, okay. I feel like for the thing, she did really good.
Yeah, I really love her too. But I think that would probably be my top 3.
Yeah, that's a good top 3. Good choices.
Yeah. But it'd be so funny because it's like, child, we is at home. I ain't got not a coin to get one earring to go to the Met Gala. Can't afford one of the earrings that they be wearing to go to the Met Gala, but I'm really over here judging and saying what I got to say about them outfits.
But ain't that what it's about? Because what else are they doing at the Met Gala other than looking dressed up?
Raising money for something. I don't know what it's for. Is it for the Met? What y'all raising money for? I don't feel like looking it up.
Probably child trafficking.
Oh, child. Okay. Well, since you just said that, you want to get into the interview we watched together?
Which one?
Jason and Candace Owens.
Oh, yeah, that was interesting.
It was very interesting.
was interesting.
Y'all, I think we came to an agreement on the conclusion that I don't know if I can say it.
I will. Candace Owens be making sense. Now, I ain't saying the bitch right about everything that she say. I'm saying that her reasoning or her logic for why she structures her opinions the way that she do, I feel like she can make it make sense.
She be making it make sense.
And if I had trouble liking the lady, but when I watched that interview, I definitely said, "God damn it, this bitch is cooking."
Mm-hmm.
I even went on to listen to her most recent episode of her podcast.
I didn't listen to the most recent one yet, but I have started listening to like more clips of her. And
yeah,
this is what I had said. I told him that I think a lot of us, well, I'm not going to say a lot of us, because some of us are just downright racist and discriminatory and just shitty human beings. But most of the people who have logic, sense, and are not discriminatory and racist really be agreeing on a lot of the same stuff. And it boils down to us having a two-party system. And it's like basically you got to pick a side.
Yeah.
And one side is more for social concepts and society, humanism. And the other side is more for capitalism, economy, stuff like that.
Literally, I feel like as a Republican, you're capitalistic. Like it's kind of hard for you not to be.
You care more about the dollars making sense than you care about the people having a decent access.
Life. You know, like just making sure people got the bare minimum to live a decent life.
Right. But at the end of the day, the reason Republicans feel like that is because they have, most of them, well, I don't know, I'm not talking about like the people who just really just voting out of racism. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about like people who,
genuinely are taking into account what the fuck is going on.
Right. So I feel Republicans are more like, I worked hard for my money. I shouldn't have to pay all of these taxes. Not realizing that, yes, y'all might be paying a little heftier tax than the poor, but y'all mad at the wrong people. Like, all of this is because the 1% is taxing the fuck out of all of us. Well, none of us can really make a living no matter how much money we make because we're getting taxed based off of that. Where the 1% is not hardly getting taxed at all and they're making all of the money. Okay? So I just really feel like this two-party system and the control of the government, who is controlled by the 1%, they control our media. They control. It's so much goes into the things that they can control and the controlling our way of thinking, keeping us separated as a people. Which is why we all just still sitting around complaining on the internet because eggs is high, gas is high, rent is high, light bill went up, and we're doing nothing.
Yeah.
So it's all designed that way. But I say all of that to say, Candace Owens be making sense. She be making sense.
And I think what helped me, like, just open my ears and listen to her, even if I disagree with what she's saying, was because I initially thought that she was very biased. And, like, I never heard her speak on the bullshit that Trump be on.
Right.
But when I got to hear her, like, acknowledge, like, no, I'm not for everything that man be choosing to do. I just lean more to this side.
Right.
Really, I would be neither, but
yeah, I gotta pick.
Yeah. And then I feel like also with her biggest influence in the way that she generates her logic is being Catholic.
Yeah.
And I feel like Catholicism, is that what it's called? It's strict.
And if you've never been brought up in indoctrination in religion of any kind, it's hard to break that mentality.
Because even when you do start to break it, it's so many things that you kind of got to unlearn or rewire. Like, damn, I'm realizing that I'm doing this because of my upbringing in church, you know? But
Yeah.
I don't
I don't know either.
yeah.
But
The bitch be making sense. I
and
like
she
her.
said, "Why y'all be on the internet been writing paragraphs and debating over the vampires and what they mean in the movie Steelers? Y'all need to be paying attention to what's going on." But I only said that because I really want to talk about Steelers too.
Oh yeah, because I'm a real life girl. I like sinners.
Yeah, I ain't getting online and debating what the meaning behind it, all the symbolism and stuff is. But I did want to talk to you about what we thought
Now,
about the movie.
I felt like it was one of the best productions I've seen in a very long time.
It was really good.
I thoroughly enjoyed it. Aside from like all the hidden meanings and like the history in it,
Hmm.
I really enjoyed just the idea of vampires and like I like shit like that.
I did too.
Like I loved Vampire Diaries
Same.
and no, I didn't
Twilight.
really get into Twilight. I watched maybe the first two.
See, I read the books and watched the movie.
Yeah, I only watched the first two, and then the spin-off of Vampire Diaries, the originals. I watched that
I didn't
too.
watch the original.
The originals is pretty good, but I still like Vampire Diaries better.
I like the Vampire Diaries. And at some point my mama had me watching True Blood a little bit. That was real good. And she started watching American Horror Story, and I might catch an episode or two of that with her. But I love a good vampire movie, TV
Since I was a
show.
child,
Yes.
because Blade. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
I loved Blade and
Mm-hmm.
his cool haircut.
Yes.
And then what was the other one? From Dusk to Dawn.
I don't know that I saw that one.
Oh, that's an older one, but it's good. Good
Okay.
TV. Good TV. I think it's From Dusk to Dawn. I think.
Vampires in Brooklyn.
I don't remember that. I don't think I've seen that
I
one.
gotta see that one too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like a little vampire now.
Yeah, the little vampire.
I love that. What was his name? Nikki?
I think so.
One of
Nikki, I don't know.
Mickey one of them. I don't remember. Because I watched Shameless and Mickey, what is his last name?
Don't ask me.
It's some crazy shit. It's
You know, I don't know nothing about Shameless.
Mickey Malkovich.
Mickey Malkovich.
Or some shit like it. Yeah. He is rough. He like angry mechanic. But we getting away from the question. The question
Okay,
was
yes.
about Sinners.
Sinners. I keep kicking them. I hope it don't mess the sound up. But okay, so I loved my favorite scene in Sinners was when they started dancing at the juke joint. And like you could see all of the images just popping up of like the different dance cultures from the past and the future. Like one girl was twerking and then the music started changing to a little hip hop, then to like some I was like and it just came out of nowhere. And I just love this scene.
You know what? When you said that was the same when the building was like on fire.
Yes.
Okay, so that it held a lot of weight for me in the movie too. But I felt like it was a lot of symbolism in that and how black people will actively find ways to enjoy even being oppressed. Like even though I'm fucked up or even though the world is doing everything they can to make my life as hard as it can be, we still can find joy in something.
Yes.
I like that.
It did also like it I don't know, it's like reminded me with Mary how black people just always leave the door open for anybody for real, for real. Like, you know, this lady done went off and created a whole new life for herself.
As a white woman.
As a white woman. So yes, you loved her. Yes, she was y'all's family at one point when y'all was all here together or whatever the case may be. But she done went off and became somebody else. So just it's like even though she didn't do anything to them, because I mean once you turn, you can't really help what you know you're not you no more. So even though she in her right mind, I guess, didn't do anything to directly harm them, it's just the fact that y'all have always left this space open or always leave this space open
like
for
when
people
that
like
bitch made a
that.
choice, it
When
shouldn't have been no straddle the fence coming back, chit chat. And I mean, Smokestack, whichever one, he was trying to like paying no mind, but he just fucked with that white lady so bad.
He did. And the fact that he was like, he, I guess, encouraged her to go off and create this new life or whatever. Like, just, I don't know. I can't say because I never had to experience like passing. Like, I never in my life have I ever been in a time where passing is even a thing.
Right.
So, and not even that I would be light enough to pass, but my grandma would have been light enough to pass, but she wasn't in the time of passing either. Like, she was more in Jim Crow, and so like I just don't think if she could have passed, she would have passed.
Right, right.
So that's why I'm like, ain't no man, nobody finna tell me to leave my people and go off and create a new life with the white man who was oppressing my people and just live happily ever after. Like I don't know.
She
I don't
told
think that I
it.
could do
Remember
that.
when we talked last week about like what does it mean to sell your soul?
That
Yeah.
and paid for it in the end.
Paid
Literally took
paid
your
her
soul.
life for it.
Yeah, literally took your soul. Another one of my favorite parts too was the revelation that they were setting them up for a slaughterhouse that next morning when the party was over. Mm-hmm. They was going to shoot all of them up and kill all of them in their building, and they get there and there's nobody there because they had already all burnt up in the sun when the sun came up. Mm-hmm. And so then when he went back and just shot all of them up and killed them, chef's kiss. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I needed that to wrap on around because I was like, there's no way all of this happened and the white man who set them up
still win.
Ain't no way.
Not in this movie.
Not in this movie.
Not in this movie. Maybe in the United States of America.
Yeah, not in this movie.
But not in this motherfucking movie. Mm-mm. You will not.
So I really loved that, and then him getting to see his little baby, and I love Annie.
I loved Annie too.
Yes.
I feel like Michael B. Jordan is a talented man.
Yes.
Because being able to play, like you got to play these two characters.
And they were two very different characters.
I feel like he executed that very well. And it made me like want to pay homage to Eddie Murphy.
Yes. Because he did that a lot.
Yeah. So, and I mean, Tyler Perry too, but Eddie Murphy pioneered that shit.
He set yeah. He paved the way for that.
Because the Nutty Professor?
Mm-hmm. Coming to America.
Coming to America? I ain't never seen that in its entirety.
I ain't gonna fault you. He was a baby. He was not even born. I was a baby. I think it came out maybe the year before I was born. Mm-hmm. So, but I've seen it a lot. Yeah. But if that's one you should go back and watch in full. You'll like it.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. And sometimes I just be looking for shit to watch. So.
Yeah. Is one more point that I wanted to make about Sinners though. What do you think about the fact that Sammy went through all of that night, went back to that church the next day with his little guitar and just battered and beaten and bruised and broken and just don't know what to do with himself. And his daddy was trying to shun him, shun the devil and all of that, and that man still walked out the church and went back on that road. Like whatever demons I'm fighting out here, it still ain't worth me coming back to this church to deal with this.
I don't know. That's deep because I don't know. What do you think about it?
For me, I think it shows a lot of how Southern Christian religion is rooted in slavery. Mm-hmm. And how instead of his daddy like trying to embrace him or comfort him or he was just kind of trying to shame him in public in front of the church and telling him to come and confess and all of this. And it's just like I don't think that we often realize how rooted in slavery and control that our own religion is, and it's been that way for so long that it's like you just I don't know, sometimes it's so bad that a lot of religious people in the South don't question like the church in any capacity or the pastor in any capacity. And it's just like that ain't what that's not what spirituality really is. And or it shouldn't be tied to shame or trying to make somebody feel shame for things that they've experienced or choices that they've made because we are taught that Jesus died for our sins. So if I come back in the church and I just had this, like, it doesn't mean that, I don't know, just that deeply rooted religion where it's like, oh, you done went and experienced all of this and you see how that went. So if you go back out there, it's gonna only be worse. And then we see in the ending credits that he went off to be,
successful
superstar.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I think he just ended up doing his music a little different, So it's like it was a learning lesson. Yeah. But I think sometimes if we allow religion can cause fear. And
I mean, that's really what it was about. It's a way to get black people to conform
based out of fear.
Yeah, like, bitch, you're gonna cooperate because you don't want to be in hell.
But spirituality is supposed to be freeing, where like I'm supposed to believe that by the God that is within me and the God that created me, I can do all things through Him. Mm-hmm. But then y'all want me to fear doing anything. I don't know.
Fear mongers and Bible thumpers, they go hand in hand.
Yeah, so I caught that like it was a little religious tie and a cultural appropriation because I loved all the songs until they got to that little banjo little session outside when they didn't killed everybody and now they outside doing.
That was creepy.
That creeped me out. If it's any part of the movie that scared me, it's that one. And
it was crazy.
Yeah, eyes real. Mm-mm.
Because when they was it that were they speaking another language or it was something
Irish or something. I think they were. It was. I'm not gonna say Irish, but it was something.
Whatever they were speaking, I remember not allowing myself to listen. I don't know what the fuck they were saying. I just remember literally talking over them to the point where I could not tell you a single word that they said because you ain't ready to speak nothing over top of me, motherfucker.
I don't want no parts of that.
Absolutely not.
But I really thought that was a good movie. And shout out to Ryan Coogler. Mm-hmm. Because have you ever heard him speak? Mm-hmm. He is open up and down. Yeah, when I say, oh, that's a black man. Yeah. Like, he ain't switched up.
Did you see him for Fear of God? Mm-mm. He was a ambassador and nigga, he done got FOG in his braids in the back of his head. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah. That was pretty cool. Yeah, he's really fly. I like him.
I like him. And I like him and Michael B. Jordan's bromance. Yeah. I think they cool niggas together, I like that.
I like to see black men be in their essence and just like not conform or switch up, like code switch or just show up as you. Like, I just feel like we, especially now with the administration that we have, like, it's a thing where the people really trying to humble black men, and I don't like that. Yeah.
But I feel like that's also a part of the agenda of making us scared and fearful. We handicap the family by fucking the man up or doing something, making the man feel less than. Yeah. And it's castrating.
Tell you one thing. They made the right people rich, and they knew not to make me the child of somebody like Deion Sanders because, all right, y'all try to humble me. I don't know. Yeah. I would probably I don't know. I would really probably lean into like being a rich person's kid and just I wouldn't even probably not even have gone to college. I mean, I would have gone to college, but not like be trying to get it. Trying to do all that. Like, just get my trust money and build me some online or something. I don't know.
Off the grid. But I personally, I only lean into being arrogant or like conceited, full of myself, whatever, when somebody tries to humble me. Don't fucking do that. Yeah. Yeah, because you're not.
Yeah. I just, I don't know. I don't really. watch football in the capacity for me to, not college football anyway, for me to be saying, whether he should have been a whatever pick, whatever. But I do just feel like from the things that I heard, it was, just, I think for me, it probably would not have been as big a deal for me had he not had that prank call made to him by, it was, I think, the Falcons, one of their coaches or managers' sons was white, and he, like a college student, so him and his friends called, but then they recorded it where they called, because at first they didn't know who had did it, but they recorded the video like most privileged people do. And then somebody posted it somewhere, so then they put two and two together. It was his son, and like the manager who was his daddy, he came out and apologized and said that he didn't give him any information. He seen it on the iPad that was unlocked or something. I don't know, but it was just really like they called him to. I can't remember which team they was pretending that they was calling from, but like acting like they was giving him an offer, and then it was ended up being a prank. So that was just really like
That was fucked up.
yeah,
And
y'all didn't have to do
then
that.
was this after they had took a long time for him to get
This was in the
changed?
midst. Like this, he hadn't even got chose yet, so they called and pranked
What
him.
do you remember? Do you know like what number on the draft they had got to when this happened? The reason why I'm asking though is because it also makes me feel like knowing that this is what like white people will go out of their way to antagonize a nigga. Why didn't nobody, from the these other teams, you know what I mean? Like, why ain't
Yeah,
nobody even? Because he's obviously good. Because he wouldn't
right,
even be chose at all.
right.
But why wouldn't you take the initiative to be like, all right, y'all want to fucking play? Uh, Sign this man.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it would have been my moment where I'm like, oh, y'all want to play with him? I'm calling him. I don't give a fuck what y'all trying to prove.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get him on this team.
But I mean, it's not a secret that I have feelings about um just the way black athletes or black men in general are treated. But then it's like when you are an athlete, like, oh, you're loved so much as long as you're doing this. But also, you do have to play the game and play by the rules and still be humble to a certain extent and play the game. And it's just so much. And it's like at the end of the day, I get that it's a business, but these are also humans. And so then this is where me and the general population kind of disagree because everybody else, I'm not saying everybody, but I feel like the popular census is that, well, they getting paid millions. So, I mean, if I was getting paid that much, then shit, you wouldn't hear nothing from me. But that's not how the amount of work that you put in to get to that point. Like, trust me, you got to get something big out of the end of it because everybody's not willing to hustle that hard and put in their work physically.
Why he should not be forced to operate how you motherfuckers feel like he should operate.
Right.
If I put the work in, my parents did everything they fucking could to make sure I was able to put the work in all these years. We get here to the draft, and now you want me to be humble after I didn't?
Yeah.
No,
Right.
no. You let this podcast get to going and watch him. And I'm not even saying being an asshole to like fans or none of that. I'm talking about like we in the room with these big wigs. They white. I'm an asshole. It's just gonna be what it is. You better speak up because if I gotta do the motherfucking talking,
Do you know me? Have you met me?
and I'm gonna be in the back like she said what the fuck she said.
Have you met me?
A couple times.
Okay. Yeah. Because I tell anybody, y'all don't have to lock me up.
And speaking of, what's his name? Shadeur Sanders? That motherfucking chain he had on. That was the draft day.
Yeah.
That motherfucker should have shut everybody up because what nigga you know? He ain't signed nothing yet. What nigga you know? Very black, very on brand, very I would do the motherfucker sign.
Very son, very prime time son.
And they said somebody was like a famous quote of Deion Sanders was If you look good, you feel good.
Mm-hmm.
If you feel good, you play good. If you play good, they pay good. And that's what we like to hear.
Period. Yeah, you gotta pay to play. Well, speaking of paying to play.
Oh God. I already know where this segueing into already. Already.
Yeah. Diddy is paying.
And he is doing a lot of paying, whether it be out of pocket or paying for the shit that he done did by spending the rest of his life in prison. Now, I'm not saying that he don't spend the rest of his life in prison. He probably should.
Yeah.
He probably should. But the way that this case is already a shit show, I don't know, sister. I feel like he might have a trick up his sleeve. He didn't got to talking to his chat GPT or something.
You think they just snuck him a chat in there?
They done did something. Shit. But speaking of Michael B. Jordan and P. Diddy, they said that P. Diddy basically had like sent a threat to Michael B. Jordan or some shit like
it didn't phase him.
Didn't give a fuck. You're gonna have to do what you're gonna have to do, buddy.
Dated Lori Harvey after that.
Yeah. Big one.
Yeah.
I like that. You don't give a fuck.
No.
I like Michael B. Jordan, man. He's good in my book.
I never actually really saw it for him. Sorry, ladies.
I didn't either.
It wasn't on my I don't know.
He's not a sex symbol for, like, I don't look at him and think like this is a sex symbol, GQ, whatever. No.
Like when they be doing the GQ's man of the year, finest man of the year, and I wouldn't put him there.
His artistry is still a 10 out of 10.
But when he put them suits on
with that grill on the side, smiling and shit, motherfucker, I like that.
He did his big one. He did his big one.
Yes.
And I think, do you feel like Lori Harvey kind of elevated him a little bit, like his style, or he's just
the breakup.
Yeah,
I feel like
because probably the way he handled it. Like I feel like he handled it. Saying nothing.
He was spoiled.
Yeah,
he didn't give a fuck. He probably said, "I get Lori Harvey's." Fuck, I don't give a fuck, girl. I'm cool. I feel like he was very poised, but he also knew that what was getting ready to come was probably gonna be some shit to shake the table because Lori Harvey she don't do no half stepping.
Yeah, she don't.
So I think
ones for real.
Yeah, I think that once he realized that Lori Harvey, once he realized they ain't split, they done, they ain't getting ready to do nothing no more.
Yeah.
He knew that bitch was gonna pop out with something vicious. And she did. And she did.
She did a big one.
And he didn't even pop out with nothing. He just turned himself up. I love shit like that. I love shit like that because every motherfucking time, after I go through something crazy, especially relationship wise, after I'm done, because I don't try to cope by, they be like, to get over something, you gotta get
under a new one. Yeah.
No, I don't do that. I literally hone into myself. I do everything that makes me feel good. Whatever I feel like gonna make me get up and go and get that brain functioning back normal because you lived a life without you. You ain't always been here.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna turn that shit up. But every time the notch, it's like the notch be able to go up just a little bit more.
The Pisces moon and me be down bad for a while. It takes me, like, I gotta process.
Jesus.
I gotta process. But once I process, hey.
You do.
Be better than I ever was before.
Yeah, you definitely do.
But okay, back to Diddy's trial though. They saying Lauren Lennon is gonna be testifying, but I don't know which side. I don't know which side.
Because, and then I've been hearing too, a lot of motherfuckers been saying that video of him and Cassie is not admissible in court, but it in fact is. It's just not the version that CNN.
Right, it's one that's longer.
Yes, the real one from the phone.
Yeah, shout out to our girl Tisa. It's Tisa
Tales.
Tisa Tales be keeping us updated on the Diddy trial. And she be having all the little tea.
Yes,
so
she do.
Shout out to her for
and she don't be having like biased opinions. Her shit be straight up like,
Yeah.
it is what it is. It's just pudding. The pudding is the pudding.
Yeah. It's something else that I want to talk about that I didn't put on our list, but I watched Bow Wow's interview with Shannon Sharp on Club Shay Shay, and it was so good. Like it just really made me remember that Bow Wow is really like one of one when it comes to his influence in the entertainment industry, and really just want to take a minute to give him his 10.
Give Shad Moss his flowers.
Yes, because he influenced the whole generation.
Drop one of Clues bombs for Shad Moss.
Yes, like,
and it's crazy that his last name is Moss. Because I grew up around Mosses. Yeah. And like still are connected to Mosses in certain ways or whatever. My papa lived on one side of Fellowship, they lived on the other side, so cousins, so to speak. But my daddy's best friend his name was Brad Moss. So that's how I kind of remembered Bow Wow's name for so long, because just the connection. But anyway, shout out to the Mosses in the world.
I went to a Bow Wow concert when I was in the 8th grade. It was the summer after the 8th grade. I remember what I wore. I had on some wedge heels, a little tube top. Me and my cousin Ashley skipped we was in the back, but it was outside. Phil Ma was there. Can't remember who else. But I went for Bow Wow because I was like a super fan in middle school.
I like Bow Wow. You probably was one of the first CDs that my parents bought me for me. Like, they got their own stuff, but they bought that one for me.
I had Ushers in like 3rd grade. Why? I had Ushers My Way.
It's that Pisces moon in you ready to cry.
Yeah. At
8, still ready to cry.
But me and my cousin Ashley then went over the little fence and went all the way down to the front. I done found an empty seat. I stands up in my wedge heels on the seat. My cousin Ashley, she a tomboy, so she having fun, but she ain't really fanning out like I'm fanning out. Can't nobody in this world tell me that boy ain't point to me when he was rapping. And ain't nobody tell me that boy was not rapping to me that day. Okay, the Clips was there too. It was a good time. Shout out to my cousin Billy for taking me and Ashley to that concert back in the day when I was in the 8th grade. You couldn't tell me I want to eat girl back then. I
liked Bow Wow back then, and I ain't gonna hold you, I liked Romeo too.
Me too.
And then when he started ICDC College, no.
But the people say the commercials stay good, so that's why they be doing them.
Oh shit.
Yeah, like
So the nigga that said, "You're sitting at home on your couch all day anyhow," he got a bag off of that. Damn.
I guess. But like now it be a lot of celebrities doing the Monopoly Go commercials, and then it's the other little game with the king on it. It's like the royal something that the ads pop up everywhere you look. A lot of celebrities be doing them ads. They say they be paying like a bag. Like they said Monopoly Go, I think had a revenue of I don't. It might have been $1 billion, $2 billion.
They need to call you. Don't you be playing?
I don't be spending no money though.
Oh shit. Well, if you give us the money, she can spend it.
Yeah, y'all send me some Monopoly Go money. I'm not gonna spend it on Monopoly Go. I'm gonna spend it on something else. Yeah. Did you have a closing question, opening question, not opening, but
before the door?
Yeah, before the door.
My before the door question today is: what's something that your mama or Ganny done when you was growing up that you kind of do with your kids too?
Hmm. Let me think. So my grandma always fixed me breakfast. And so I think that has become like my thing. Especially when Trey is at home on the weekends, like they're gonna get a good breakfast. Um, I think that's one thing that I can think of. And my mama just I love to lay in the bed with my mama. And like just she might be on the phone. I'm all in her business. Whatever she watching, I'm watching. But I just like to lay in the bed with her. And Marla just likes to lay up under me 24/7. Trey used to, but I'm grown now. Almost. But I love to just let them lay with me. And Marla be watching Becca, like the old shows that I be watching. She been fell in love with Everybody Hates Chris. Like anything I'm watching, it's got to the point where like even if I'm not watching, because what was we at? I don't know where we were, but whoever it was watching. Oh, I was picking her up from China's when Kylie when she went to go stay with Kylie, and she was watching Girlfriends.
Wow.
And so Mark was like, "There go your show," because the Slick theme song came on. So just
oh, I thought she was initially saying that Marley was watching.
no, China was watching Girlfriends, and the theme song came on. It was like Marley was like, "There go your show." So, but I remember being a kid and watching a lot of the stuff my mama watched. And by the time I got to like 13, 14, if I can find these shows on TV, if they come on TV, I'm gonna sit and watch it because I like it now because my mama be watching. Yeah. So what about you?
For me, I didn't even think about my answer to the question I was just gonna ask you. But for me, something that I do that my mama instilled in me is probably prayers before bed. Like you don't say them prayers and you ain't gonna interrupt mine.
Yeah.
But I just growing up, my mama always at night say y'all's prayers, and if we thought we was gonna lay in the bed and say it, oh no, ma'am. Get up, put them knees on that floor. Yeah. And I still do that. But I feel like my mama's prayers are super powerful, and I feel like mine are too. Yeah. So I don't want to do God a disservice by not getting on my knees like I should, but I don't always do it. But I'm gonna get that prayer in. Right. Yeah. So I feel like that's something that I inherited from her, and I kind of try to make my kids say her prayers, even if it's just the now lay me down to sleep. Just you gotta build that habit. Right. Yeah. I think something else I heard it from both my mama and my grandma is talking to everybody in public, like strangers. And I didn't realize, tell myself I don't like talking to people because I really don't think I do. My kids be pointing out, here she goes. And I don't got time. My daddy.
They be like, here she go. And Mom, can you come on? So yes, I sit and ends up having a conversation with somebody by accident. And somehow I always end up getting something out of the conversation. But I remember being equally annoyed, like my kids are when I'm out in public when I used to be out in public with them. And they gotta sit and talk to everybody. So yeah, I think that would be another thing that I get from both of them.
Yeah. My daddy, his wife calls him the mayor. Cause that's where I got it from. Because he, everywhere we go, this nigga just gotta talk. He gotta talk. He gotta talk.
That is so funny. Well, I have covered all of the topics that we had on our list. This was a cool, calm, and collected little episode.
Yeah, it was. It was great.
Yeah.
Work stuff, so
I
yeah.
know.
Yeah.
I know. You ain't got to one more minute. Let's close it on now so you can go back to work. That's what we do. This is what happens when we got to record in the daytime. Yeah, but I'm gonna show y'all the next episode will probably not be in the daytime.
Oh no.
Yeah, it'll
probably
be in the
lit
evening.
Up somewhere having a good grand time screaming in the microphones. My favorite thing to do.
We love y'all neighborhood besties. Y'all come back and see us again next time. And we really gonna try to do better about being on a schedule. We have worked out a real schedule that I think is feasible for both of us. Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna be on a bi-weekly schedule for now, and then maybe in the future months we can get back to doing weekly. But for now, I think this is best for both of us. So.
Make sure y'all shop the brand Culture.
Yes, I gotta get me one because that is so cute.
Thank you, sister.
Yeah, I love the color. Bye, y'all.